All right. We ready to go? Just double check. All right, we're golden. Okay, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick here, and we are here with part 2 of the Nick Picks Top 100 Countdown of 2025. Yesterday, we counted down number 100 through 71. So, if you would like to go see those songs before this presentation, feel free to do so. But it'd be nice for you guys to stick around while we count down the next 30 songs, and then we'll turn you loose. Okay. Here's the remaining schedule for our top 100 countdown. Today we are counting down number 70 through 41. Tomorrow we're going to count down number 40 through 11. And then New Year's Eve, just before the ball drops, we're going to count down the last 10 songs of the year. So we hope you'll join us for that. All right, let's pick up from where we left off. Number 70 is Dream by Lisa from Blackpink. Lisa's already been on our countdown already with Moonlit Floor, I believe. I don't know. Anyway, or I could check right now. I put the playlist together. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I just spoiled that for you. Yeah, I did. So forget what I just said. Lisa from Blackpink, she put out her debut album. What was it called? I freaking forgot. Oh, Alter Ego. That's the name of the album. I'm sorry, I'm so messed up. This is live TV, y'all. But anyway, this is a song. This is kind of a sleeper hit, but I loved it. It was a nice music video. So good for you, Lisa. Lisa will be appearing in our countdown later on. Number 69, Am I Okay from Megan Moroney. Breakthrough country artist, end of 2024, and then really had her breakthrough year this year. Winner of the first ever VMA for Best Country Video. Congratulations to you. Picked up a couple awards this year, CMAs, I believe. And performed on New Year's Eve last year. So Megan's been a busy girl this year. Number 68, Fat, Juicy, and Wet. Yeah, you heard me say that correctly. From Sexy Red and Bruno Mars. Sexy has had a pretty busy year herself, putting out some more singles here and there, making appearances at concerts. Who knows? We'll maybe get another album next year. We'll see. So, and Bruno Mars has been a very busy guy himself. In fact, we're going to be seeing him a lot more in this countdown. All collabs, so you can already guess which songs I'm talking about. And then as you see in the Fat, Juicy, and Wet video, all 3 of his collabs are in the same video, so that's awesome. All right, number 67, Burning Blue from Mariah the Scientist. Mariah has been on the rap scene for a little, well, not rap. I wouldn't call her rap. I think she's like more R&B. Yeah, she's more R&B. But I saw her for the first time on the Sugar Honey Iced Tea album from Lotto. I think the song was called Look What You Did. I like that song. She's got a really good voice. So Burning Blue was kind of like her breakthrough hit. So very nice. And then number 66, Cry For Me, The Weeknd, from the Hurry Up Tomorrow album and the movie as well, both released this year. Very nice for The Weeknd. All right, number 65, we got Jump from Blackpink. The girls got together once again. They took a break so they could all of them did solo albums. 3 of them, only 3 of them ended up on my countdown this year. So you'll find out who the others are. Oh, so far we know Lisa obviously is on the countdown. We'll see who the others are later on. But this was a catchy hit, Jump. So, and it's nice that the girls were able to get back together and, do what they do best. So number 64, Beautiful Things from Benson Boone. The runner-up for top song of the year 2024 last year. Benson has also been busy this year with his second album. So good for you. Number 63, All My Love, Coldplay. Yes, that is Dick Van Dyke playing the piano, sitting at the piano with Chris Martin from Coldplay. Big year for Coldplay. If you've followed the trends this year, you know what happened at the Coldplay concert with that, what do you want to call them, couple? I don't know. It didn't end well for them, but it put Coldplay back on the scene. So, but this song came out at the end of last year, got a VMA nomination, I believe, this year, and even greater news for Dick Van Dyke. December 13th, he turned 100 years old. Congratulations, my guy. If you don't know who Dick Van Dyke is, he is a well-known actor from the golden days, and more specifically, Mary Poppins. That was probably the most famous movie that people today would remember him from. So, which he starred with Julie Andrews, and to this day, people still be talking about Mary Poppins. So, you know, it's a golden hit. I believe he starred with Mary Tyler Moore, if I'm correct. Don't quote me on that, but I think that I want to say they starred in the Mary Tyler Moore show together. I don't know. But anyway, so Coldplay put out some more hits. Probably some more tours headed in 2026. Hopefully, they won't destroy any more relationships or lives, I should say, because I think both of them lost their jobs. So, anyway, number 62, we have Free from EJ and Andrew Choi from the K-pop Demon Hunters movie. This was a nice little duet. Very, very nice. Number 61, Disease from Lady Gaga. This was the track from Mayhem that basically promoted the album. We saw this released, I want to say, around Halloween last year. So it would gain more airtime in 2025. And best believe we're going to see more Lady Gaga in this countdown. A lot more, actually. Moving on to number 60, Daisies by Justin Bieber. We talked about him yesterday, but Justin Bieber put out a surprise album this year. I believe it's up for a few Grammys next year, but we saw Yukon on the countdown already. We chose the remix version because it was a lot more catchy. It had the beat the beat up beat. Number 59, It Depends, Chris Brown featuring Bryson Tiller. I like this song only because they sampled Nice and Slow from Usher, but it's okay. I'm familiar with Bryson Tiller and Chris Brown, of course. Surprisingly, he will be on our countdown later on, so just be prepared for that. But I know a lot of you all have opinions on Chris Brown, just putting that out there. Number 58, Azizem. I always forget what this word means. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Okay, so it's a Persian term meaning my dear, my beloved, or my darling. Okay, so Azizem. And Ed Sheeran's got game. So, he be writing love ballads to the chicas. So, put out an album this year as well. I believe it was called Play. There's some other hits from there. So, all right, number 57, I Love Her, Glorilla featuring T-Pain. No, I'm not just saying I love her. It's the name of the track, but I do love her too. Glorilla from the album Glorious. I mentioned this yesterday, but Glorious is nominated for a Grammy for Best Rap Album next year, the only female in that category. So congrats, Glorilla. But like I said, her chances are very slim because I also want Kendrick Lamar to win that album of the rap album award. So it's a toss up. And Tyler the Creator is also up for that award too for Chromacopia. So this is going to be a good one. Also, Clips, which I believe right now is the crowd favorite. So we could be in for an upset come February, but we'll see. Anybody else except Clips, and I'm familiar with Clips' music. He was from the early 2000s and all that. So, but anybody besides Clips I'm okay with. And number 56, The Dead Dance from Lady Gaga. I believe this is associated with Wednesday, the series. A very interesting music video. I'm glad they put it out right before Halloween. The VMA's performance was pretty top tier as well. Yeah, we're expecting. I think Lady Gaga is going to get some more Grammys next year as a result of the Mayhem album. So, okay, number 55, Doja Cat with Jealous Type from the album VIE, which could also mean V as the Roman numeral 5 because this is her 5th album. Speaking of the number 5, we are approaching the 5-year anniversary of Doja Cat's album Planet Her in 2026. I can't believe it's been 5 years already since that album came out. Like, time is just flying. So, which if you haven't listened to Planet Her, you better go check that out. But anyway, we're talking about V, and we'll be talking more about this album in 2026, because it will gain more airtime. A lot of really good songs, and she promised there would be like 80s beats throughout the whole album, and sure enough, there was. So Jealous Type was the first single that was released, and I saw the VMA's performance this year. It was very nice, and she brought out Kenny G, the 80s wonder himself, the 80s saxophone wonder himself. Top tier. Go watch it. One of the best live performances of the year, and I can't wait to see more Doja Cat next year. Hopefully it's going to get some Grammy noms next year. We'll wait until November, sorry. Number 54, Your Idol, Saja Boys. That consists of Andrew Choi, Samuel Lee, Kevin Wu, Nekwave, and Danny Chung. The first of 2 Saja Boy tracks. You can guess what the other track is going to be if you are part of the trends this year. But yeah, Your Idol, this is kind of a sinister song. Like, it's really interesting. Anyway, K-pop Demon Hunters was the talk of the town this year. Probably one of the best movies of the year, according to all you guys. Yeah. Okay, number 53, Peekaboo from Kendrick Lamar featuring Chike. Yeah. Anyway, so this came from the GNX album. Really nice song. It took a minute. It grew on me for a minute. I didn't really like it at first, but then I listened to it some more. I think it was after the Super Bowl halftime show. That's when I really got into Peekaboo. So, again, we've mentioned the Super Bowl halftime show this year. It was one of the best of the decade, for sure. If you haven't heard, Bad Bunny will be performing this year at Super Bowl 60. So get ready for that. Sorry, I'm answering a text. Okay. Number 52, Ain't No Love in Oklahoma from Luke Combs. I love this song. This is from the Twisters album, the soundtrack. Came out last summer, but I decided to put it back in the running this year just because I think one of the year-end charts this year actually put this song on the countdown. So I'm like, let's put it in because I really like this song. So, Luke Combs is one of the best country artists of this decade. He put out the cover of Fast Car, some other good hits here and there. He's a really good singer. So. Number 51, Denial is a River, Doechii from the Alligator Bites Never Heal album. Grammy Award-winning album, I may ask. She is the reigning champ for Best Rap Album. So congrats to you, Doechii. And this wasn't even an album. This was an EP, extended play. So that's even better. And only 3 women have won that category. Cardi B, Lauryn Hill, and now Doechii. And we could make history again next year if Glorilla wins that category. That would make 4 women. But her competition is tough. And there are some good albums. Like, I would be okay with Kendrick or Tyler taking that. I think Tyler, because he's the underdog, I think he deserves to win that one because he did have some good songs on that album. Okay. But anyway, Denial is a River, also one of the first music videos I watched this year. It was like the first few days of the year, and she dropped this music video. She knows how to budget, man. She's got a big budget, that's for sure. So I look forward to seeing more of Doechii next year. Let's see what she's got up her sleeve. And Doechii will be making another appearance in my countdown later on. So get ready for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now halfway through our top 100 countdown. That is the first 50. Let's keep it going with the next 50. At number 50, Supernatural from Ariana Grande. Now, this was a tough decision because I didn't know if I wanted to put the original Supernatural, or if I wanted to put the version with Troye Sivan, because both of them are a bop for sure. But I just decided, because I'll just go off of the visual, which they finally did release a visual this year for Supernatural, because it was part of the original Eternal Sunshine album. But when Brighter Days Ahead came out and they did visuals for all the new songs, Supernatural and Eternal Sunshine was also featured. And I was Supernatural is my favorite song from the Eternal Sunshine album, and I'm so happy they gave it a music video. So I'm really happy about that. So I went with the original. But what a year Ariana Grande has had. Again, Wicked and Wicked for Good. Like, if you have not seen it, you need to go watch it. And then the Brighter Days Ahead film, the Brighter Days Ahead album. You've had a crazy year, Ariana Grande, and she just hosted Saturday Night Live, if you guys didn't watch, with musical guest Cher. She's got a big 2026 ahead of her, because she is going on tour, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if there's any tickets available, but we'll wait and see. But I hope they're going to make a concert film out of this. Since they did it for Taylor Swift, let's do it for Ariana Grande, because I know this concert's about to be lit. Okay? So that's that. Number 49, Diet Pepsi from Addison Rae. She's already been on our countdown with Fame as a Gun, but Diet Pepsi comes from the debut album Addison. I started listening to the song at the very end of 2024, so I figured, let me just put it on the playlist this year. And sure enough, I was listening to it quite a bit, and I'm going to be doing the same thing for Fame as a Gun. Sorry. Okay. And she's going on tour right now. She's doing her tour. Number 48, Kehlani from Jordan Adetunji featuring Kehlani, was on our countdown last year, but scored higher this year because I really got into this song this year. And let me just say, so Jordan is kind of like a one-hit wonder right now from what I've seen. But Kehlani, I've been following your music since at least a decade almost. And I'm surprised at the year you have had. You've actually put out some really good hits, and getting us set up for next year. Out the Window. There was another song I'm missing. I'm sorry. I know she just put out the Window. There's another song I'm just drawing a blank right now, but Folded was the hit from this year. I tried to put After Hours on the list, and didn't work out, but After Hours was a good hit as well. I think Kehlani picked up some Grammy noms for next year, so congrats to you. Hopefully you win something. But yeah, if you haven't heard some of Kehlani's old hits, and Kehlani was on Cardi B's album this year, Am I the Drama? She has the song Safe, which hopefully will make the countdown next year, because I'm going to be listening to a lot more of Cardi B's album, because it came out towards the end of this year. But go listen to some of her old hits, like Distraction, the first song she did with Cardi B, Ring. And Charlie Puth. She did a song with Charlie Puth, which also I haven't mentioned him yet, but he's going to be singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl this year, and also will be on New Year's Rockin' Eve. So just advice. But yeah, Kehlani's had a pretty good year. Good job for you. Number 46, Sports Car, Tate McRae. This one is going to make you throw it back a little bit. She's hot right now. Like, honestly, we've been following Tate for a couple of years. First appeared on my 2020 countdown. with You Broke Me First. But as I've seen over the last couple of years, she has blossomed into this sex symbol. She's trying to be her own Sydney Sweeney in her music video. Then her dancing, like, sheesh, she's becoming a little Britney Spears herself. Like, she's really good. This comes from the So Close to What album. Picked up a VMA this year. I completely forgot. I think she won Song of the Summer, if I'm correct. But she picked up a VMA this year, so congrats. Album did pretty good as well. So, what a good year for Tate McRae. Okay, now here's our last chunk for the day. Number 45, Bed Chem, Sabrina Carpenter. This song started circulating at the end of last year, so I figured it was gonna get some airtime this year. This is from the Short and Sweet album. Very popular album, rolled into this year. Still Off the Hook won some more VMAs this year, up for more Grammy Awards next year. And we still got more appearances from Sabrina Carpenter later on in the countdown. Number 44, Guess, Charlie XCX featuring Billie Eilish. The song was on my countdown last year, scored higher this year. I was listening to this song off the hook. Charlie, congrats to you. You picked up some Grammy Awards this year for the album Brat. And Billie Eilish is also nominated for some Grammys again this year. Multiple Grammy Award winning, multiple Grammy nominated and also Grammy winner. So this is gonna be good. And we're not done with Billie Eilish just yet. There's more from her coming soon. Number 43, What You Know About Me, Big GLONGLE. Glorilla featuring Sexy Red. We've already talked about Glorilla and Sexy Red. This was their number one hit this year. I don't know if it got number one, but it was like top of the charts this year from the Glorious album. So, which, by the way, we haven't talked about. Sexy Red also got her first Grammy nomination this year, thanks to a song that's going to be on our countdown later, probably the next video. Well, actually, yeah, because it's going to be the end of the video right here. I love this song. I love when they collab. So, all right, number 42, Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride from I Am Tongi, or Tongi. I'm sorry if I butchered that. One of the big movies of 2025 was Lilo and Stitch, the live action film. And of course, this is a classic. I grew up with this song, Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride. I think Jump 5, if that's the band's name, I believe so, covered that song back 20 years ago, I think. So, and then here we are with the live action. They did really good. This was a really good movie. So, let's see how they do next. Speaking of live action, I'm hearing Moana did a live action, and it's going to be coming out in 2026 to mark the 10th anniversary of Moana. And yes, The Rock will be in it. He was built to be Maui. So I don't know if the same girl is going to play Moana, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon. And number 41, the last one for today, Die with a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Now, a lot of you are probably going to be confused right now because why did Die with a Smile score so low when Die with a Smile was at the top of pretty much every list this year? Well, here's the reason why. Because last year, top 100 of 2024, this song, I believe, was number 3 on my countdown. I had it in my top 10 last year. So because of that, it cannot repeat. I every top 10, I always have it different. So if you were in the top 10 last year, you cannot be in the top 10 this year. I have to make it fair. Especially since this year, my top 10 will consist of songs that almost made the top 10 last year and finally made it this year. So, but anyway, let's talk about this real quick. Die with a Smile won a Grammy Award for best best pop performance by a group or duo, best pop vocal performance. So congrats to you guys. Picked up, I think, another VMA this year, if I'm correct. I don't know, it was nominated, but this was a really good collab, and it was one that we didn't see coming. But their voices just, blend so well together. Two OGs, Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, both started their careers at the same time. And look how far they've come. They have a #1 hit. But like I said, many charts, even some charts said this was the song of the year. I would agree with them because they played it off the hook this year. But because I put it in my top 10 last year, it could not qualify for top 10 this year. So that's my reasoning for that. And that is a wrap. Tomorrow we are doing number 40 through 11, the last chunk before our top 10. There you go. Well, once again, thank you guys for watching the video. Before we go, I promised you guys I would show you what I got for my birthday this year. Yes, happy birthday to me. I got the Lana SOS Deluxe Edition vinyl, and I love it. And best thing, it's a 2-for-1 deal because it's 2 albums, obviously. And the new songs that she did was a whole album itself. She could have just did this album all on its own. So I like that. So congrats to you. So by the way, Crybaby, my favorite song from the album, is nominated for a Grammy next year. So this coming Grammy. So I'm really happy about that. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that she picks up that Grammy. I really do. Another big birthday gift, which I've been waiting for about 2 years, brand new camera. I'm gonna do. I've been waiting to do YouTube videos with an actual camera. I'm probably still gonna use this camera for live streams, but some videos that are just on my own time, I'll just use this camera, and we'll see. I'll do like a test video and show you guys what I mean. And but yeah, these were some awesome gifts that I got this year for my birthday, so I'm really happy. I've been talking about getting a camera for like 2 years, and I finally got one, and it's it's a couple hundo. Got it for free thanks to work because I hit an special anniversary this year, so I got to pick a special gift, and that was what I chose. There was some other stuff that I could have picked, but I already had those, so it just made sense to get it. But anyway, that's a wrap for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next part of the top 100 countdown. Also, after the video, please go and check out the first part if you didn't see it yet. You can see the other songs that we talked about. And again, I will talk more about New Year's Eve, what we're doing for that. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.